All right, we can start now. So real quick though, fellas.
Yo.
Before we kick off this episode, tell me your favorite part of NQ 17. Ant, let's go.
Gotta be when Nation Ho is dropped. That's just like soul touching. Like
Nation Ho.
You can't.
So
man, it's. I almost cried just now.
Okay.
Fresh.
Nation Ho, fresh.
Like I feel like that's a given. To me, honestly, it was the love. The love. I ain't gonna say that's one moment, but it's like everybody kept reciprocating the love. Like, I ain't seen you in so long, your presence. I told men and female, no homo, but like they was just like, man, this is lovely. Just being in the presence. We done gone through so much this year. Just all the love that was showed.
It was like a low key love fest.
Yeah, it was.
I think mine was like when the power went off. So the power went off.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing we know, the power come back on, and I say, Wayne, I need you to play a song for me. And this what he played.
Yeah.
I needed this right then. It was on my heart.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
It was on my heart.
It was only a Chicago moment.
We had to. L's went up. People don't even care what the L's mean no more. When the L's went up.
Every once in a while, I like to see good old clean cut game just niggas throwing up their signs.
Yeah.
But nobody really want to fight. We just it was just man.
Yeah.
Black excellence, man.
Black fucking.
I'm okay. I'm forgetting the name only because I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I want to call him by his government, not his fake name, Rain Man Mo.
Ron.
So this song came on, and I looked over at Ron, and Ron became a different person.
Look, me, Frost, and Ron actually was rapping "Hey." Like first, it was just the three of us, but apparently we were loud as hell, so the whole crowd started rapping with us. Like it was nuts.
So,
it was nuts.
Yeah, man. Look, the power went off. It was dark.
Yes.
So a fuse was blown in the garage. Next thing I know, I'm like, it's dark. But you know what? I'll say this. We never wavered. We never wavered.
We never wavered. We never crumbled under pressure.
Nobody in the backyard moved. Everybody was like, well, if it's just dark and there's no music, we still here.
I'm going crazy.
Bruh, people was like, what's going on? I'm like, no need to panic. We are figuring this out.
More people was coming when it was dark. They just had faith. That's how you know. People just had
the faith of a mustard seed. Shout out to Really Real who hopped in the truck quickly to get a fuse. Shout out to AJ who moved like Spider-Man.
Yeah, I looked at him. I said, man, I never did that much electrical work quick. And then somebody was like, man, be cool. You might get electrocuted. I said, I'm not going to get electrocuted.
Bruh.
I know this.
And that's when I first got there. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm just trying to speak and Real give me I'm Joe. You know what I'm saying? Shit got to get done, Joe. Fuse got blow. The shit. We still out here, Joe. I don't even know what he's talking about, but he's so in his mode and his glow, like ain't no stopping the shine.
Which it's so funny though. That's when you forget a couple of the niggas actually got like real live degrees.
Oh,
yeah. Mo put me to the side like, yo, just go look for the fuse box and we gotta do this. I do this shit for real.
I gotta break this down into exactly how this went. So I look up and I'm in the garage and it's a dude who slides under there and I didn't know him and he said, yes, I'm an electrician. And I looked at him and he was like, this is a good home improvement, your next home improvement project. And I just looked at him and then I walk out and Mo say, man, I'm an electrical engineer and I do this. So here's how we need to map out the next step. And I'm like, whoa. And then just look up and engineers, electricians just popping out. And I'm sitting there like, man, you know how many times people need an electrician? And y'all, listen, we're going to have to put something together so people can find their next electrician, their next plumber through the NQ network.
I try to tell you.
Like, real talk. Like, for real. Like, just thinking like that shit. Like, niggas was ready to do whatever needed to be done for that motherfucking music to come back on.
Right.
Yeah. It was that kind of event. If you had any way that you can help, you was gonna help. You know what I mean? If motherfuckers had to stand on top of each other's shoulders to climb to the top of the electrical pole, it was gonna happen.
Right.
Jack.
If we had to sing Negro spirituals to get to me, if we had to sing swing low, sweet chariot, like if that's what we had.
Building me a home.
Man.
But listen, L's came on, and I was just overjoyed. I needed that in my heart right there.
Oh, we'd be remiss. We're talking like everybody is from Chicago who listens to this podcast. Welcome to the No Foreplay Show. We are talking about the annual barbecue that is thrown in Chicago. Full name, the nigga Q, but due to the fact that, most of us have jobs and, if something happens, we don't want that to be put on the news. It's called the NQ. Hashtag NQ whatever year.
NQ, because, listen, after the events in Charleston, I don't want to give nobody an excuse to say. Even before that, I just don't want nobody with the excuse to say, how was I just don't. I can't do it, but...
the NQ is just a festival of black excellence through ratchetness.
And I was really thinking about it, like, because I wasn't really drunk yesterday. I'm kind of upset about that, but I wasn't really drunk yesterday. But I really just stepped back and looked at it like, this really is like Black Alumni North. You know what I mean? So like, it's all college students, so it really is black excellence. This ain't. I mean, it's a reason for good people to do hood rat things.
Yes,
it's a place for you can let your inner hood rat out and not be judged. Because I've seen many of girls who light skinned, prissy in their footwork and in grass. You know what I mean? Some girl walked past like some. I don't even want to say her name, but she know I love her. But she was like, "Oh my God, some dirt got in my sandals." And one of her friends was like, "Ho, you in the backyard?" And
yes.
Ho, you in the backyard? And I think she like, "Oh yeah." There's her inner hood rat came out. So
man, I think the first time I saw you first is when Knuckle You Buck came on. And you came. I was like, fresh.
Yeah. You was already in your glow, and I just came up gassing you already. Like, let's go, Ant. And I don't think you even knew it was me. Then you looked to the side. There goes my boy.
There goes my boy.
Prayer must have got him here.
You know what? The thing I'll say about the NQ, and why it's really is as dope as it is, like we said, is black excellence. Because it's all done out of like all love, and it's a bunch of people who come through every year to make it happen. I don't think anybody's behind this looking for credit, but shout out to everybody on the committee. They dope. They come through. They go above and beyond. And in some way, shape, or form, the event is going to keep coming to you in shape or form. And one thing I'll say, I'll just sum up my quick thoughts because we can't just make this a NQ recap. So yesterday, there were a lot of, I had actually a few conversations with the police about the NQ and their attendance. And the one thing I'm proud of is that the first time I spoke to the police about the NQ, they was like, this is actually a good crowd, pretty chill. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They was just like, people were parked a little crazy. I was like, okay, if that's the only complaint you guys, people park crazy, I can take that, 7 days out of 7. So then even at the end of it, the event, I actually spoke to them. It was like, ended up being like 7 police in the street. And I was talking to them and they were like, they said, yeah, man, everybody, I thanked them for kind of just being there, and they were like, yeah, everybody was super respectable to us. Everybody made our jobs easy, were pleasant, and just did exactly what we asked when we asked them. And I'm like, you can't ask for nothing else. You know what I'm saying? The neighborhood was back quiet by, I don't know what time.
I think like 12, 15 tops.
12, 15, the neighborhood was quiet. Everybody could sleep, get up for church. Everybody, lawns was clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like people always put that stigma over stuff like this. And I'm like, everybody came out gravy. Everybody came out in the gravy end, bro.
Yeah, especially because, they hear the name and, I see the comments like, why would you go to something like that?
Yeah.
And this, that, and the third. And it's like, this is what we do every year. It hasn't been an incident. We know how to act, and, shout out to the police because, they like with Dion's conversations with them, they did have the, how can I put this, the maturity to allow us to disperse our crowd instead of them going over and beyond to disperse the crowd. And I think that helped out a lot.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
Is this it? Like, no more talking about the NQ after this?
I mean, if you got something you want to say.
Yeah, I do got something I want to say.
So say it.
Hey, look. In general, fellas. Fellas. It was so many coochie lobs out there for fellas.
Oh, off the glass.
It was so many coochie lobs out there for fellas. I don't know if it was the lack of light in the backyard, the moon shining off the garage at the perfect angle. I don't know what was going on, but all those women were hot and ready. I was moving. I was moving around like Pac-Man, like Pac-Man running from the goons, baby. I was not sitting still. I was swerving through. But to all my fellas out there who were single and ready to mingle, I hope you lived life last night. That girl you've been chasing since forever, she was out there. And she was looking for you to give her a neck kiss. I just hope you guys succeeded in life.
I have one complaint about guys.
I wonder if we got the same complaint.
Guys, when talking to women, there's like certain things you shouldn't do. Number one on your list is don't look like a creep. So if I'm talking to a chick that I know just everyday life, we just having like a regular conversation, you don't even know what type of conversation we're having, which makes this even worse. But don't do that move where you just like walk up and hop in the conversation like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. What's going on, baby? You drinking anything? And she looking at you like, nigga, you're like, I'm holding another conversation with somebody. And, you know, like, you look like a clown. You look like a creep. And stop it. Like, that move has like a 2% success rate in getting the chick attention. Just FYI, I seen that move pulled about 3 or 4 times yesterday while I was holding conversation with pretty women. And these just regular conversations. Like, we just talking about how's your kids and shit like that. Don't be the creep. Don't do that creep move.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? On that note, I got another one. But like I said, I got another one, right? Here's my thing. I talked to a few girls, and, you know, girls definitely come up and they snitch y'all out. And, you know, I talked to a girl, she said somebody definitely rubbed their dick on her leg, like purposely.
Jesus.
Like purposely. I talked to a girl whose butt was grabbed, and I immediately, you know, I asked them who. We had some discussions about how to respond. I'm gonna tell y'all, just for any event I'm involved in, I'm gonna tell you what I told the ladies to do. And ladies, y'all, so now everybody knows this. I said, if a dude does that, I said, don't approach him, don't say nothing to him, don't fight him. I told them all to snap a picture of the nigga and send it to me or bring it to me. And I told them,
he's banned.
I said they'll be dealt with. Now, that means a lot of things could happen. But fellas, I'm going to give you a warning right now. If I look up and you done grab some woman the way you wasn't supposed to grab her, and she randomly snap a picture, it may, and ladies, be creative. Act, you know, do whatever you do. I don't care if you take a selfie with them. Get it to me, and it won't happen again. It won't, because we can't tolerate that, fellas. That's a little out of control. Y'all 30 plus still grabbing on booties. Y'all out of control.
Still out here grabbing ass.
If you can't get a woman to rub her booty on you at this age willingly, you already lost in life.
Yeah, you lost. Especially on a night like that, because
you
they was with the shits. Like, hey man, I ain't seen that much tongue kissing in a party in a long time, Jack.
I'm glad I didn't see no tongue kissing.
I'm glad I didn't see no tongue
kissing.
Every dude back there who had on a bucket hat was tongue kissing somebody, bro. I don't know if they thought them hats was disguises or something. I saw a lot of forehead to forehead.
Relax. I wear a lot of bucket hats, bro.
Yeah. You know, when the lights went out, man, that, you know, it created an atmosphere, if you will.
You know what, MP?
No,
I'm not saying nothing else. It just created an atmosphere.
Before we go. When everything was supposed to be over, you know, wrapping up, and he kept playing out like, "This is my song for real." Hey, once he started playing them slow jams, shit was getting out of control too. I was just standing in line waiting on the porta potty.
I'm glad I was in the front. So I was in the front, man. But hey, man. So yes, shout out to Fat Wheel. Coming through with the case of Gold Patron. West Siders do West Side. West Side is going West Side, meaning West Siders will show up at 9:57.
On the real, I'm sorry. to all my adoring fans, I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
So, all right. So, NQ, it was a success. A lot of shit happened this weekend.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of fuck shit, a lot of bullshit. There was a rally in Charlottesville of men that they for some reason they don't want to call them racist, they don't want to call them Nazis, they want to call them KKK members. They call them white nationalists.
White nationalists.
Bunch of white men. They all got polo shirts on, and the tiki torches we had at the NQ from Home Depot. They got wicker tiki torches.
Like that's prime example when people say stuff like they never heard of white privilege.
Right.
Bro, you know they're naming a terrorist group white nationalists.
Right, nationalists.
That's white privilege right there.
They're just a group of white men who want their country back because it's been taken from.
You can't replace us.
The country's been taken from white people. Did y'all know that? Is that news to you?
I didn't get the.
I missed the fucking memo.
I didn't get the email blast.
The three of us couldn't stand on the corner with Roman candles. And these motherfuckers-
Sparklers.
Right. Motherfuckers with the aid of police escort damn near.
Man, and that. You want to read some more details before I get into my run?
I mean, you know, white nationalist rally, Charlottesville, and it's so funny to see all these white men so clean cut, nice supercuts haircuts, nice generic JCPenney polo shirts with no logos, button to the top.
All former Boy Scouts and play Little League baseball and shit.
With tiki torches, marching like, yo, we out here, right? And it's just like, I was baffled, only because like it threw me off, right? So I'm looking at it and people are snapping. I'm like, what are people talking about? And I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, this was staged. Like, you know, this was real.
Right.
Like, and you know, of course, things like this happen. People want Trump to make statements, and the next thing I know, David Duke is out there with them, and he's like, "We support Donald Trump," and I'm sitting there like, it's weird. It's weird. I really want to interview one of these people to ask them, when did you lose the country, white man? White man, as a whole, white man, when did you lose the country?
I wouldn't want to be around for that interview because, you know, I'd be like, you know, late in the midnight hour when I can't sleep, you know, you be on Facebook. And for some reason, those interviews pop up a lot. And they had that one interview with Charles Barkley. I forgot the guy's name. And it was like another black guy. Yeah. And it was... Richard Spencer.
Richard Spencer.
Okay. Richard Spencer. And then it was like another black guy. And they were just interviewing him. And like, you know how Charles Barkley has been like the consummate idiot when it comes to like talking about racism or whatever. But even him, his mouth was wide open at the answers that Spencer was giving. Like, and dude was like really like nonchalantly, for real, in the heart of his hearts, believed that the country has been taken from him, and he wants to, you know, I don't know. They want their minivan life back. I don't know what they feel is being threatened.
Listen, I'm not gonna say all whites because I'm not that kind of guy, but I don't know that their entitlement. Like, to me, I just, you know, I like to observe a lot of stuff. Their entitlement goes to like the smallest things. Like, if you ever see a white person cross the street compared to a black person cross the street,
bruh,
they feel like, move. I'm walking across the street. Stop your vehicle. You know, black people, we scared. Even if the light red, we still count to 3 before we start walking. You know what I mean? The whites, as soon as they think everywhere is a yield to pedestrians. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. And I always look at that like, Joe, they just
like in the simplest thing of crossing the street.
Yes. You know what I mean? That's wild.
I think what happens in these cases, which to me is so apparent, right? White privilege, and just in this instance, you're able to march, you're able to get the escort as you march, and the escort is there to protect you, quote unquote. The escort is not there to prevent you from marching or protesting. It's a totally different field. We have this right to protest, and we are protesting. And you look at what Ferguson people who protested went through, and even if you look at after the Ferguson protest, to this day, I believe three or four of them have died by suicide, all shot to death in their cars. Like it's real interesting. But to get back to this, and then so you have this, and then it turns violent, and kind of your next step of it, you have the car accident. I don't. Matter of fact, let's not go there yet. I think one of the biggest statements I saw, Lovey, our former guest, mentioned. She's like, "Yo, these guys protesting. You have to look at what they are once they're done protesting. Mm-hmm. Like these guys are going back. They are your accountants. They are your physicians. They maybe your emergency room doctor. All of these things that they probably do in a daily fucking basis are out there protesting like a motherfucker." And I'm like, and they feel the country's lost. It's baffling.
I got a question. Do y'all think it's cowardly, or is it weak or soft or whatever, that they're really like protesting in like the friendly confines? They didn't really go to like Baltimore. I mean, I ain't gonna say Baltimore. I ain't gonna say they ain't go to Newport News. They went at Hampton. Right. You know what I'm saying? Protesting. That's like us protesting on our block. Who is that gonna affect? We talking to each other. Let's preach it to the choir. You know what I mean? So how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like this would have been more controversial if they would have like crossed into like Newport News or something with it?
The MO of a bully is to pick a fight that they know they can win.
Right.
And, you can go on a college campus because college campuses have the environment of like, you can protest anything on a college campus. Like, and so like, that's like acceptable. But what's not going to happen is a white nationalist movement down 79th Street.
Right.
Because you bring your tiki lamps down there if you want to.
Shout out to Michael Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport went off. And you're right about, they love that protest where it can be. And the thing is, like, as we saw, you can't even do that. You can't even do it at UIC. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it at UIC. You can't go to Chicago State and plan a protest. It's not.
No.
You would look up, and everybody who ever been to a public game in Chicago State gonna be out there.
Bruh, Donald Trump told them to whoop that protester, bro. Y'all, bro, get down on it. Hey, don't let him talk like that. Get down on him. Take care of that business. Yeah. Hey, Ernie, grab him.
And I'm fully convinced that Donald Trump is probably the worst fighter in American history with his two knuckles. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Out of all our presidents, I think he low key the only one who really can't fight.
Yeah.
I think Lil Bush. I know Big Bush had hands. I know Big Bush had hands. You ain't running nobody CIA if you can't box in the back room.
Right.
You know what I mean? He had some hands.
I say that. I always thought that too, just because even how the way he carried himself, like even through all this shit, like he just be like, yeah, I did it, but who gonna do something about it?
He looked like he might fight. Like he may start the fight in the Notre Dame stance and kick your ass.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like, I feel like if you look at some of the pictures, I feel like in the Gladiator of the presidents, if all the presidents had like a fight. Like, of course, everybody gonna say we gonna put Barack up there number one. He's default. He's default, right? But I feel like low key. I feel like Teddy Roosevelt probably would come out on top.
Oh yeah, Teddy Roosevelt didn't care about life. Like, hey, fuck. Look, whenever the leaders look up to the leader, that's what you sitting on the panel with Winston Churchill, and they looking over to you. Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt had something.
I think the president who term lasted like 32 days because he got sick and died. I think he would be ranked last.
Like Calvin Coolidge or something like that.
I forgot. I think Fillmore or some shit. Yeah. Look at us with this history lesson.
Look at us. They know we went to school for real.
You know the funniest thing about like this whole like white nationalist bring back my country protest thing. Mm-hmm. Like I think that the thing that kind of like makes me like laugh and shake my head about it is, in a sense, they get upset because they feel that the average white person is not rewarded anymore, more than they should. Like they want average to get a pass, where with minority communities, we got to be exceptional just to get average shit half the time.
Right.
And so, like, I guess since more of us are now figuring out ways to, live the quote unquote American dream, they're getting offended, scared, touched, as the hood rats will say, because average is not being rewarded anymore amongst them. And they have, there's a lot of extra regular ass white people.
I think it's because, like, what's kind of catching up, like you said, a lot of us are catching up to live that quote unquote American dream that they've been living, right? So we're getting to those same areas, and the thing is, we make the shit look so much better than them. I'm sorry, but if you take this makes sound fucked up, but if you take the average random 34-year-old guy who has the same life circumstances as Aunt P, you're gonna look up, and if you put them both in the same light, lives gonna be totally different. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make it look different. That's just what we are. You know what I'm saying? We stylish people. We live life different because of what we come from. So they're looking at it like depressed, but it's like you didn't do anything to get better. You didn't do anything exceptional. This also ties into something else. Kind of, I want your opinion on. If y'all been paying attention to the news recently, so there was an article that went out that said the incoming class to Harvard, right? The incoming class to Harvard is, I think they misquoted and said for the first time it's not majority white, but that was kind of slightly off. Last year was the same. It was actually a drop. Pretty much if you chop up all the minority classes that came into Harvard this year, they make up a majority over the whites. The whites still make up like 49%. But all the other minorities together make up 51%.
Okay.
So you have that going on, but what's happening is there's a group that is actually funding. So they have a group, and what this group is, they're like a lobby group, and they have people behind them. So they find a group of students, and whenever they find a group of students, they file a lawsuit trying to bring down affirmative action. So now they found a group of Asian students, and Asians made up 22% of the incoming class at Harvard. So they have these students, they throw in the lawsuit and the money behind them to say that the practices are giving African Americans, who make up a whopping 14% of incoming students to Harvard, an unfair advantage. So literally they throw in this lawsuit, but the thing about this lawsuit, so they've been trying for this lawsuit forever. It pretty much fails every time because one thing, these big schools like Harvard, they got all the bread.
Yeah, all the bread.
So what ends up happening, Harvard's kind of fought it, but this time, the Trump administration is looking into even launching their own lawsuit, the same essentially lawsuit to go side by side with that one. So now it's like, wait. And that's why when people be like, man, like, your life ain't changed under Trump. Oh, it's changing now.
Oh, it's changing.
But maybe not in front of your face, but it's changing.
Very subtle.
So that shit to me is crazy. And what's your opinion on that, bro?
If this is a competent president, I'll be worried about this lawsuit going side by side, but like, his administration can't even get their communication internally together to file correctly.
Right.
Like, all the shit he tried to do, they was like, dude, this isn't even legal. Like, try again. Right. No, I won't try again. Okay, we trying to let you know it's just not legal. It's going to get rejected.
Right.
And, I want to be more worried than what I should be, but like, dude, he's creating too much on his plate, and this lawsuit, it'll be filed, but like, this is like the 12th biggest thing we got to worry about, like,
And that's my thing too. Like, how many battles are you gonna fight, bro? You have like I'll say 9 mini battles and 1 major battle. Like, how? Like, I don't know, man. At this point, this one of those. I feel like with the whole Trump administration,
this is one of those things where people be like, I don't discuss politics. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because this what riles you up. This what can bring division between people. You know what I mean? Because I could imagine working in an office. You know, working in a big office or somewhere in a space where with Trump supporters and non-Trump supporters. Could you imagine the turmoil at the cooler, at the coffee machine? You know what I mean?
You know, that's one thing. Like I always mention, my company makeup is much different from my last company now. My company makeup now is you know, quote unquote highly educated individuals. Definitely, I would guesstimate my company's 95%. Now, I'm gonna say this. I would say the company is maybe 5 at most 7% black. All positions. So yeah, walking around there, like you definitely hear people who are in support of Trump. I'm like, I think he's gonna be great. Like I think he's gonna be great for business. And when you walk downstairs and see that CNBC running, and they talking about the Dow record, this and this that, and businesses do this and that, and it all seems good until he woofing at Kim Jong, and then everybody like, oh shit, stocks drop such and such, but then they right back up. So I don't know, just his effect is weird. It's interesting. It's polarizing. It's dividing the hell out of the country. Like we were already divided, but it wasn't cool to be divided.
Right.
And now it's like, nah, it's cool to be divided. And like I just honestly don't see how all of the smart people who are in Washington are just like, yeah, we just gonna let this shit just go on.
Because nothing has been proven to them that unity is going to help the country as a whole, and most importantly, their pockets.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think if that was shown to them at some point, but we know that theoretically that the country could be in a better place if we were more united, but there have been people working against that since the beginning of time.
Because people want to be united with their own. You know what I mean?
Right.
They rather be united. They feel like if we go united as a country, it should be us doing it united and everybody else follow. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Basically, like, we're going to make the circle and you guys just be a line segment in a circle. You know what I mean? Oh, damn, we've been using a lot of terms. Man, geography. Boy. Now we talk about circles and line segments.
Man,
it's just,
we do low key showing our education.
This was not supposed to be the show topic the day after.
Right.
I know people's like, yeah, the show about to be ratchet, Joe.
That's all people want too. They do want the ratchet.
And another thing that kills me is like the media is like hesitancy to flat out call this racism. But yet Dr. Jeremiah Wright had some sermons, and then they forced Obama to renounce his fucking pastor.
Yeah.
But like David fucking Duke and the Children of the Corn walked through motherfucking UVA with tiki lamps, and now it's I wouldn't call them racist. They're white nationalists, but they're fucking racist.
Are we gonna address the elephant in the room?
What's that?
I don't know what the elephant.
So many elephants in this point.
They killed somebody. The guy killed somebody.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
The guy ran over.
Yeah. He ran his Dodge Charger into a group of people.
I'm still waiting for the first casualty from a Black Lives Matter event. To me, someone has to sit me down and explain to me how the I ain't gonna say it, I don't even like saying that word, but them guys, how they not considered a terrorist group? Like, I don't understand, like, how are they not a terrorist group? Like, how are they not?
Because their terrorism is in the best interest of the majority of the country.
Because they are the authority figures? I mean, they're not going to tell each other, hey, y'all, we're terrorists.
Right.
That's wild, man.
It's like if we're roasting somebody, like, say, Marv, we're not going to call ourselves terrorists by roasting them. It's not in our best interest.
True indeed. Yeah, shout out to Marv, man. Marv, good spirits. He was in good spirits yesterday, man. Marv always makes me feel good. When he comes up, he gasses you up. Yeah, man, it's going down. We're having a good time.
So another hot topic, man, and Colin Kaepernick,
My boy.
Colin Kaepernick, man, real interesting. So I think Colin Kaepernick, everybody's talked about that hundreds of times, but kind of fresh off, we look at it yesterday, and I don't know if y'all, our man is back. He's really just the king of playing the media to me. Marshawn Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
The media been eating out that man's hand for a long time.
Yes, they have.
And if one thing you've seen from Marshawn Lynch is that low key he's smart as fuck.
Yes.
Like smart as hell. So it's a big deal because during the Raiders preseason game, if y'all saw Marshawn Lynch during the national anthem, he was seen kneeling. He was seen sitting, eating a banana with a scully on.
Every time I see Marshawn Lynch, one song plays in my head. YG, bitch, who do you love? Like, I don't know why, because, he's so West Coast.
Right.
If you hear him talk, I'll just be like, yo, I don't know. Every time I see him, I'll just be thinking, bitch, who do you love?
I just kind of go back. I remember Marshawn Lynch when they interviewed him and they asked him about Colin Kaepernick. I think Jimmy Kimmel, and they asked him, like, how do you feel about him kneeling during the anthem? And Marshawn Lynch's response was, well, it's better than him being in front of a policeman with his hands up getting shot. And I was like, you should have no more questions. Marshawn Lynch was seen kneeling. Now they like, well, Marshawn Lynch is kneeling. And I think now we're about to see something real interesting, right? Because granted, Colin Kaepernick, I think we may all have varying views, but to me, that's not what we here to discuss. Now you got a guy who's kneeling, not honoring the anthem, who is literally right now too good for you to fuck with.
Yep.
And I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen now. Because people kneeled last year, other people kneeled, people locked hands and people prayed and all that good stuff. But now Marshawn Lynch ain't on that. Marshawn head was up, eyes was open. He was not with the shit. It's like, okay. And I think it's gonna be interesting to watch that unfold.
Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like he's just like, how can I do this? But like appearance wise, when I look at Cap and I look at like a Marshawn Lynch really has a regular guy on the street like, hey man, I really ain't doing none of this shit. I ain't feeling none of this shit y'all trying to have me in here doing. I'm just here to play football. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I do got a couple standards, a little ethics or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like he a regular dude, but he got a little sense. Y'all would meet it like a hood dude, and you be amazed that he's like smarter than he looks. Like, you think he could be applying himself so much better in life. I think that's Marshawn, Joe. Like, he could be doing so much more, but he like, man, fuck that. I'm about that action, boss. But you ain't gonna fuck with me when it's time to fuck with me,
That's exactly who Marshawn is. Like, reading articles about he takes all the first, like a lot of the first year players, and he's the one that breaks down the 401k and the pension plans to him, not like a team official. And so this is a guy who, even though he comes off as, he don't give a fuck, he don't want to talk, he's very calculated in what he does. And he's like playing coy with the media a lot. And then by the time they figure out what he's trying to do, it's like, aha, too late. I got a slogan for T-shirts and for my Beast Mode website. And so, very interesting that he's doing this. Now we have somebody, Colin Kaepernick, he was a known entity, but he was a regressing entity when he decided to do this protest. Right before he did the protest, there were rumblings out of San Fran, like, does he even want to play football anymore? Like, it was going back and forth. Now we have a guy here, yes, he's coming out of retirement, but that's still Marshawn Lynch. And, if Marshawn Lynch just has the average Marshawn Lynch season, that's still a top 5 running back in the league. And so that's somebody that you can't ignore. and his silence is going to be loud enough that you can't ignore it. And it's going to continue to force these conversations. And, you know, as much as people are tired to have these conversations, we are tired of having our people killed.
On the real.
By undue force. So, yeah, you know,
Whew.
eat a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Marshawn is definitely at the point. Like, the thing is, he's shown he's smarter. He's shown he's smarter than a lot of the rules. Rewind back to our episode with Brandon, playing the long game, where Brandon distinctly said, we know the rules, and we essentially have been sidestepping the fuck out the rules forever, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what Brandon's saying. And you look at it, he played the hell out the media rules. People damn near thought Marshawn was just not with the shits. Mm-hmm. And then you look up, and right after he kind of stepped away, Marshawn was in front of every microphone, doing every commercial.
Jimmy Kimmel.
And you looked up, and the Beast Mode brand at that point blew up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there looking at people like, I get it. Like, you know, I see the vision. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, he played everybody. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't want to talk to your reporters. I'll talk to the reporters on my accord as a man, you know, not as Marshawn Lynch, Seattle Seahawk. So I'm kind of looking forward to see how he's gonna play this. You know, because I feel like, not to diss Kaepernick at all, but I feel like Beast Mode is gonna be so strategic with this. It's gonna be like surgery.
This wasn't a spur of the moment team. Like, I feel like he was in Oakland with his team, and they discussed potentially what he was gonna do and how he was gonna do it like a month ago.
Yeah.
Bitch, who do you love?
Oh,
I'm telling you, Joe, all I hear is that. And then while I just talking proper. Let's go, Marshawn. And I'm glad to see him back in football, bro. Like, some players you wish they can just play forever. And that's just one of them players, man. Like, stepping on people's chests, running them over. Like, everything about him is him. You know what I mean? The way he runs the ball is part of his personality. Like, I just like Marshawn Lynch. He's a dope individual, man.
Okay. So yesterday at the NQ, I got to go back because this shit
that's what they want.
This shit was hilarious. A dude was in the party, and this girl stopped him, and she said, it was so at the end. I was it was at the end. I was kind of looked in the maze, and this girl said, "Oh shit, you look like." And I was bracing for the worst. I thought the shit was finna hit the fan. I thought she was about to recall him from somewhere because he was with a young lady. I'm like, man, shit about to go up right now. Mm-hmm. And she looked at him and she said, "You look like the old boy from Queen Sugar." And I looked, and you know, the dude Kofi, that all the women, you know, they about to replace Idris with Kofi. Mm-hmm. And I looked, I was like, I just stopped. I said, she just threw him the draws in front of this lady he's walking with. And he started, but like, he couldn't even say nothing. Like, he paused, he was busting up, and I was just sitting here because it was like a group of 4 girls versus him and the one girl he was with. I was like, this is interesting. I don't know how they're going to play this. But and he was kind of laughing, but I knew I was sitting there like,
you got to laugh that one off.
You have to.
You have to. You want to hear another funny interaction I came across?
Lord.
Man, I forgot who I was talking to. They was like, man, that's a cold ass barbecue. Some of everybody back here. Like, yeah, you know, we know a few people. The dude turned to this guy. He's like, man, y'all even got my man's ex-wife back here. Bruh, I look like, what do you say after that? I'm like, you know,
man.
I didn't know what to say. I just was like, hey, man, some hot links in the back, Jack.
Joe, listen. It's 2 people in this world that everyone mixes me up with. It's either my good friend right here, Anthony P., or it's my coworker, Nana Biko. Shout out to Nana. So I'm walking up to the nigga queue, or walking back. Someone had parked somewhere far, and they just wanted me to show them like how to get to the nigga queue. So I met her at a car, and I'm walking back, and a guy sees me like, "Let's go, MP. You dipped off to the car. I see you." I say, "Man, what?" I say, "Man, what?" Whoa, Mella.
Baby.
Whoa. And you know
what is you doing, baby?
And you know what? me being a devil's advocate and an idiot, I give him the point. Like, yeah, you see me, fool, because that's MP. Now I'm adding to the legend of MP. So yeah, that was all on MP. Then
hey, no legend, man. I'm just chilling.
Then
one man.
One of my friends from SIU, Sheena, I ain't seen her in a minute. She's like, Fresh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what? She's like, I punched one of your friends in the throat because I thought it was you. I said, what? You punched a whole man in his throat? And then Nana was sitting right there like, yeah, nigga, she punched me as soon as she seen me jump. I'm like, hey, man, every guy with a beard and glasses and semi-big features on his face, all of us do not look alike, man. Right. Damn, let it go. And me and Ant really owe y'all some smoke for coming at us on that picture we took.
Real talk. I can make some time tomorrow on Facebook.
They really came for us on that pic. So y'all been around each other. Y'all starting to look alike.
Yeah, yeah. You been around a donkey. You starting to look like.
I mean, okay.
Y'all got excuse.
I'm still operating on like 5 hours.
He coming down off of Hennessy high.
Hennessy and edible high.
Oh my God! Somebody get my co-host. He was living the dream yesterday.
He just admitted to having an edible on the head.
Oh shit!
Peer pressure.
Peer
pressure. Hey, anytime a cute lady offers you something.
Hey man, it was.
I actually deny it first, unless she if she a 9. Give it a 9.5 and up, you automatically say yes.
Yeah,
a 9, you say maybe with a yes, like right tuck, real close.
So Bernice say, do this line with me.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, bro. Like, we heard Bernice talk recently.
Yeah,
and I don't care how good she is. Bernice dropped after hearing her talk.
Yeah,
after watching her talk on the whole Breakfast Club interview, I was like, I felt like. You may be the dumbest. You might be the dumbest woman alive.
Okay, when I think of Dion, who his favorite? I don't know. He switches up like every other Tuesday.
No, I don't. Actually, this should be quite simple for you. My favorite?
Yeah.
My favorite is still my current favorite is still Megan Good.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's true.
You can always give me Megan Good.
Yeah. You did say that.
You can always give me Megan. You can give me Jada for that vintage.
So I know Jada come up to you and say you with the shits.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you this. Even though I feel like Jada, low-key, I feel like Jada got that Badu, and I feel like Jada. I feel like
it really was the Jada first.
I feel like some women have. Some women I put in to take guys to supreme being.
Yeah,
I feel like Jada tastes like white Hennessy.
Well, I've never had white Hennessy
and Chico sticks.
But listen, some guys, some box takes you to the next level.
It does.
Yeah.
And Will was not popping like that before Jada. She took him to supreme being. She sacrificed her own career, but still did her thing and took him to supreme being.
Yeah, because that mom went from parents just don't understand to fucking Hitch.
Right.
Independence Day.
Right.
Yeah.
He went from the $20 million to film to the company making the film.
Man.
And then you look at what's her name? You look at Badu. Listen, as an artist, I don't care what you say. Badu could be 46, but I'm like, yo, I feel like my first album was cold, but if I hit that Badu, my next album is gonna be just classic, and I'm actually gonna put it out. Unlike Jay Electronica, my shit coming out.
Hey. How many kids Erykah Badu got?
I don't even know.
She got 3.
But I don't know. I guess I'll say yes. I don't know.
I don't know, because she gets past it too, because that's how you know she got a bomb. Because I think she probably got 3 baby daddies too. But don't nobody ever look at her in that light, because Erykah Badu, she can do what she want.
I mean, because you know what it is though. The difference in Erykah Badu, low key. Erykah Badu kind of always own that shit though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the low key, here's the thing. If you're going to pull that move, right? If you're going to pull that Erykah Badu move where you look up and you have different guys, you got different baby fathers, here's the shit. She was always super selective with the guys that we know about, correct? Mm-hmm. So these guys are arguably all legends before her. And when she and they all talk about her the same way, bro. That's how you know it's crazy. She's they all say the same thing. So no, she got to have 4, right?
I'm reading. They trying to say she got a baby by like DLC.
J Electronic.
Andre. I think that's. I don't know.
DLC. She got DLC.
Yeah, DLC, Andre,
DLC, Andre,
and J Electronica.
Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, they all be like, I love Erica. Erica's like my best friend. They still call her for guidance.
Shut the fuck up, man.
I'm serious.
They do.
They do
I
say
know.
the same shit.
That wasn't a shut the fuck up. Like shut the
I
fuck
know,
up.
but I'm just saying, Joe. Like, you got to think about. Do you call any of your exes for guidance right now?
Hell.
If I want to know how to walk blindly in the traffic, yeah.
Woo!
Shit,
All you other cats throwing shots at Jigga.
you gonna get half a bar.
Fuck y'all niggas.
The fuck?
But I'm saying though, like that's how you know that's some next level, Joe. You sit there and you be like, man, I'm in the rut in my career. I need to call my baby mama and just have a conversation about my career. Like that's how you know.
And she probably give him advice and like rush him off the phone right after and shit.
She be like, I got to raise these babies.
Holla.
I knew it was real when Drake was like, last night I went to Erykah Badu house. She made tea for me. I was sitting there like, boy, Erykah Badu hit Drake with the Get Out, boy. She went to stirring that teaspoon. And next thing you know, he was making Caribbean rhythms, boy.
Hey, low key.
You niggas got to chill, man.
This nigga ain't rap right since. Now that I think about it, that's damn near what happened.
Damn.
Views is a Badu box.
What
influenced
real
album.
hit has he had since? Like, I mean, without hit, but like, has he
Like
went
rap
hard?
hit?
Yeah, like, has he went hard since then?
I mean, there's a couple songs.
He went hard, but
Free Schmouth.
if you look up, he didn't randomly like start making the rhythms and got his money.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I think we just solved the mystery, fellas. Everybody wanted to know
Shaggy.
why Drake went melody crazy and made these songs and singing his ass off, and we uncovered it. It was right in the lyrics. He went to Erykah Badu house. Next thing you know, we got Controller, we got One Dance. This is Hotline Bling, actually.
Hotline
Man,
Bling.
this is. We need to call OVO and see.
We need to see if we can sit down with Brother Aubrey.
We need to sit down and see if that's really happening. People, look, these music journalists saying shit. They ain't asking the right questions. No foreplay has just discovered the truth. Drake is also a victim of Erykah Badu.
Box. It strikes again.
Hey man, he got his money up. So his money went up since then. The only, I got a question. I know. Give me one guy out in any industry, whether it be sports, music, movies, that y'all want to get hit with the Badu so they can take it to the next level.
Right now, looking around. I'm weird. And I
Be weird.
so like on some weird shit, and I just feel like them two come together, it'll be like some kind of super monster type shit. Like I feel like if her like mess with Tyler the Creator, I feel like it'd be butterflies and all kind of weird dinosaur bones and shit everywhere. And shit.
All right, man, don't be weird.
That's what I was saying.
Give me a real answer.
Okay, all right.
I got my answer.
All right, let's go, man. We coming back. Let's
Any industry, right?
go. Any.
Oh, any industry? Okay.
John Wall.
Lord.
If there's one person who I feel like if they could just like say if John Wall could go to like just that half step level he needs to go to.
He right
and you know I'm not like the biggest John Wall advocate, but I have to honor John Wall. I have to. So if say if he hit Badu, the box gave him a reliable jump shot. Like if he was a 38% 3-point shooter, if John Wall was a 38% 3-point shooter and kept the game that he has now.
You know what I feel like may fuck around happen, John Wall. I feel like you may get a weird effect, right? Mm-hmm. John Wall may average 16 assists and 11 points.
On the real,
like,
so adverse.
But his team, his team would be winning though.
Right. But he would be hella efficient.
Right.
He'd be like John Wall is shooting 53% from the field, like
From the
3-point line.
Right.
Yeah, because the only thing that he needs him, like in my opinion, improve, of course, the outside shot, and just like in the fourth quarter, he's gotten better, but he still has times where he makes like weird decisions.
John Wall also may fuck around and be the best defensive point guard in the league.
Yes.
But after that,
Yeah.
go crazy.
Sticking niggas up.
Like if we
Fresh.
talking about somebody to get to that level where it's like you got to know their name, he's right there.
Well, so if you want to go off the, I feel like someone who has all the potential in the world. I mean, they already dress like they fuck with Badu, so I'm just gonna say it. I think Cam Newton might go to that next supreme being level if he mixes with Badu. He'll learn how to slide. He won't take hits. He'll learn how to stay in the pocket a little bit better. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with Cam Newton, man. He already right there.
Cam Newton will fuck around and be kneeling on the anthem. He fuck around. Cam Newton to be at the 50-yard line kneeling for the anthem.
Yeah,
Like,
he done made some crazy comments too. So I think this will bring him back to earth. You know, he get a sniff of that box. He
get a
might.
sniff of that.
Auburn Cam might come back.
Cam Newton's gonna be a black nationalist. With Badu.
Fucking tiki lamp. BF5 fucking Roman candle like Ant said. Who you think, Dion?
Oh man, you know, I got to go with my people. You give me. Let's get a weekend some Badu box. Let's get a weekend some Badu box, boy.
Ooh, supreme being.
Supreme being, Jack.
She probably whispered in his ear, "Do you want to be Prince Rogers Nelson or not?"
He probably start doing shows barefoot.
Everything. Dreads come back overnight.
Right. Right.
Oh, that'll be dope.
That's a good.
Now I want to hear a song with them too.
Yeah, supreme being. It's certain people I don't want to ever get it. I don't. Who do you not want to ever get Badu by?
Steven Jackson.
See, and just bringing niggas out of nowhere.
Niggas he been into it with his whole life. That's like me saying Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce never should deserve a piece of pussy that good.
Fresh, who you got? Who you never want to get it?
I got
Russell Wilson.
Oh God.
Fresh should never get Badu box.
No,
I would hate Fresh.
You should.
Oh Lord.
I hate
should.
Fresh now.
You should.
man.
Hey, bro, I wear like all button ups with like the first 4 buttons open. In the winter.
Fresh is pretty much telling us he would dress like Bruno Mars.
It's pretty much Bruno on a good day. I dress like Mike Larry. Bad boys, baby. I dress like I'm in Miami every day.
You know who I never want to get Badu by?
Who?
Kendrick Lamar. I'd be pissed.
We're gonna
No, Kendrick. I'd be like, Kendrick, listen, we ain't got time for
another
this shit.
control verse though.
But see, you know what? Now, I don't know if so a lot of pictures come out now. Every picture's taken. So his show last week, backstage, who shows up? Kendrick is in the TDE sweatsuit. It's like maroon. It's clean, boy. It looked like Nike made it, but just put TDE branding on it, right? Mm-hmm. He backstage, and guess who's standing there all black head to toe? Janet Jackson. And I just looked at her. I was like, fresh off this divorce, fresh off the news leak, fresh out there having this baby. I'm like, yeah. I just look like, all right, Kendrick. You ain't fooling me, young Compton nigga. You ain't fooling me.
Bompton.
You ain't fooling me.
Yeah. Like that's one thing I could say though, bro. Like, you know us. We feel like we can talk a whale out of water.
Yeah.
Only thing is we just don't got the interest to these top level places. Could you imagine if we had the money to be up there where we can reach out to a Janet Jackson or reach out to a Rihanna? The kind of
Nah, but I see. Here's the shit. Here's the shit to me about that. That's very, very interesting. Do y'all look at There's a like interesting way a lot of stars quote unquote hook up, right? And it's even how Kim Kardashian met the boy she was married to 54 days, Chris Humphrey.
Yeah.
And how essentially they hooked up and married. They met through agents, and he wasn't the first choice. She didn't say, I want to hook up with Chris Humphries. Her agent wanted her to get a established dating with somebody in the New York area that was a professional athlete. They went to the New York Knicks first, essentially, and they tried to get my boy Danillo Gallinari, but you know the Gallinari not going. He come on, man. His name Gallinari. He got better looking women.
Right.
So Gallinari denied her, and somehow she went from Gallinari to Chris fucking Humphries.
You fall off so real.
Yeah, and all through publicists. So I couldn't. Could you imagine? Like, if I had a publicist, I would be doing my publicist so dirty. I would be like, "Hey, bro, I need you to holler at Tiana Taylor." He'd be like, "Dion, she lives with Iman Shumpert." I'd be like, "Fuck that nigga, cuz. Send the email, nigga." Like,
Fuck that nigga, cuz.
send the email.
Yeah, when you take away the you got to do the work yourself part, shit, I'll be sending motherfucking ravens to any one of these motherfuckers.
Ravens.
Who you? Okay.
Sending ravens from
listen.
Casterly Rock.
Who is your publicist reaching out to? And you can't say Fantasia.
I'm not gonna say Fantasia.
Okay.
I'm
Who
not.
your publicist reaching out to?
Oh shit. This is hard because I'm not trying to say nobody like old or off the wall. I want to say somebody like young that I feel like I have a chance with, but maybe I hadn't nutted up to talk to him myself. I would like to say, God damn it, fuck that. Just shoot this shot at Nia Long. I don't give a fuck.
Long.
I don't
Nia
know.
Long. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Fuck
go.
it.
Go to Dion and come back to me.
Dion,
What?
who you send the Raven to?
This is rough. I'm you know what? I'm gonna choose only single women. Only single women. Let me see. I'm 34. I got to make a strategic decision here. I think I need to be, since I like being established. So since I like being established, I'm gonna go. Since I like being established and I want a single girl, I am going to have them. Let me see. I'm gonna send the Raven to. I'm trying to think, bro.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know what? I'm gonna be a G about my shit, right? I'm gonna go old school, but still like I know they're gonna be fine for a long time. I'm gonna send a Raven to. No, I'm not. My Raven is going to Janelle Monáe. Fuck it.
That's a good one.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Because if you pop out with her, and first off, people gonna think you couldn't have pulled it, and then if you win that one,
Yeah, you come around here with some fucking Sade 2.0.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even look at other women. Like
Nah,
at that point, you would
space
just be walking around like these other women are mortals.
If it's between two people, but I
Okay.
don't really know about the first one. She like a 0.5, even though they sound crazy. But Skylar, I feel like Skylar Diggins. Like I gotta see something what's going on. We just gotta drink some Hennessy together or something. But I know this is gonna be crazy. But I'm sending my agent to go see Gabby Douglas, just cause I feel like that's crazy. Like someone like gymnasts don't get enough love, but we know who they are. You know what I mean? Could you imagine like somebody like Jason Kidd showing up to an All-Star game with Dominique Dawes? Could you imagine how thugged out that would have been, Joe? Like, what the fuck this nigga got? I feel like, give me Gabby.
Okay.
Give me Gabby. I'm going to get Gabby Douglas, Jack.
Okay.
Have her at the NQ 2K18.
Oh man. Yeah.
Flipping and shit.
Yeah. Thug. That's thug. That's thug shit. I'm with it. I mean, that's you'll be floating through that though.
Yeah.
And everybody be looking at you like,
Gabby of all people, how you get Gabby? Yeah, don't worry about it,
I
Jack.
could, but you know the funniest part, I could definitely see Ant like with Nia Long, like I could see Ant like damn near like with Nia Long, like David Ruffin was with old girl in the Temptations movie.
Go get that bitch. Hey, go get that bitch. As soon as he talked to somebody else,
Hey,
top his age, like, hey, go get that bitch.
She'd meet him somewhere and Nia Long would come out. Remember how she was in the Kanye video talking that shit? Nia Long would come out with all the titties popping out, and it'd be like, God damn it, you knew. Wait a minute. This is football Sunday.
Boy, I get LASIK just to keep better eyes on them. The fuck you moving around for? The fuck you smiling so much for? The fuck?
I hate this nigga.
I can see that all day.
I could see that all day.
Go get that bitch.
You know what? Look. So
any announcements, fellas? Before we get up out of here, any announcements?
Any announcements? Let's do we got I'm trying to think. See, we got a default fuckboy of the week. Every week it really could be Donald Trump.
Yeah, easily.
So this
landslide.
Week landslide because he did a lot of shit. He throwing out threats and then said his threat wasn't good enough. So I don't get it, bro. The man crazy is bad shit. Man, so yeah, I'm he fuckboy of the week. We got an event of the week.
Yeah,
we do.
We do. I hope by the time y'all hearing this, there's still tickets left because we like running low on tickets right now. We're almost at capacity.
I got my ticket yesterday.
90s party Friday is cracking. We got DJ J Illa closing out. We got DJ Sluggo for the juke portion, and we got my boy DJ Mike Calibers. I got my 90s outfit. I'm trying to see what I'm gonna do with my hair. I'm thinking about getting real messy with my hair, but somebody told me like, "Hey man, it's gonna grow back," you know. So I might, you know, just coming up 360'd up. But yeah, we got the 90s event. Thank you Chicago. You can go on our web. Well, you can go to Eventbrite, type in "Thank you Chicago," and it should pop up. Hopefully, there's still tickets left when you're listening to this. It's next Friday in Berwyn. We rented out a hall. It's gonna be real nice. Tickets are going like hotcakes though. We probably got like. Probably like
listen, blacks, listen up, listen up, because I know you people. So let me say this. I didn't look at the dates, but they got y'all got some jazzy ass names to y'all tickets. Do I say that?
Yeah.
So I bought a ticket and but my ticket is low. Then they got another price. Then they got another price.
All right.
So if you get your ticket on time, you're gonna pay next to nothing for the ticket.
Yep.
I feel like that's the price right now.
Yep.
So you know, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel like it's gonna be live based off the DJ alone. Y'all know how I feel about DJs and parties, and y'all know how Jay Illa get down, and y'all know how Sluggo get down.
Yes.
Like y'all know this for real. And Mike Caliber, first off, Mike Caliber did our live podcast.
Yep.
Shout
You
out
know
to
what I'm
him.
saying? And he definitely did the live podcast. He definitely do some of the Thank You Chicago events.
Mm-hmm.
So just be like, oh, who is that? Nigga, you got literally two legends.
Legends.
And you got a dude who's actually putting in the work. So pay attention. Show the fuck up. Because here's the thing, I'm not even the biggest fan of the 90s of that nature, but y'all know when people talking about some shit in advance, they getting ready.
Yes.
I damn near thought Fresh was gonna come in with the Kwame hairstyle. I didn't know what he was gonna say. And you know what? I let me see if I can find the Kango bucket that LL used to wear. So you know,
Cars drive by. Cars drive by with the boom system.
No, I need love bucket.
Oh, real quick. If y'all hear H-Town, Part-Time Lover, I'm slow dancing hard as fuck off that song when it come on.
Listen, Part-Time Lover is on the Ride Me Backwards playlist. On the playlist page on the No Foreplay Show website, Part-Time Lover's on there, damn it.
Oh,
Get your life changed.
Get your life
get
changed.
your life changed.
Get your life changed. Hey, guess what? Last announcement on the playlist page. There are people are like, yo, they want to do guest playlists. So there's gonna be some guests, some fresh meat in there. Maybe we can ask Jay Illa to make us a 90s party playlist. I'll put it on the site. Cause he be on Spotify all the time. I be looking at what he be playing, just jocking off of him. So let me reach out. 90s party, like Fresh said, is in effect.
Yes, it is. You gotta show me how to do that too, cause I be listening to some dope shit, and I be wanting people to like, oh, this is what Fresh listened to today. So you gotta show me like how to listen to that shit.
All right, cool. So, No Foreplay Show. We in the books. NQ17 a success. Lots of, white terrorists who get called nationalists just cause.
You do it, Remy. You do it, Remy.
I still want Badu box. We out here. But no foreplay show. We out.
No foreplay.